Mila said it in the 5 things. I loved it, so I'm keeping it. It's Pec. What the heck? Dari, you haven't been on in a couple of pods, and
Yeah.
you haven't gotten to talk about Gabriel Pec. So take it away, and we'll go from there.
I mean, he's just been so disappointing. It's an insane drop off. We're talking about Mikovic's drop off, but his from the first season has been really rough, especially just the amount of money and investment that we've had in him. I feel like he gets a lot more minutes just due to being a DP, and he doesn't really justify them at all. So it's pretty difficult to watch, and I mean, he's just not productive. He's very wasteful. So I don't know if he's going to be able to change that around. His value is tanking. We spent a lot of money on him. So it's all around pretty bad, I think.
It's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just there's not much good to say right now.
No, Andrew, this is the guy that scored 5 goals in his last 2 matches, and then he came into this match and was just awful. So where are you at with Gabriel Pec? I know that you guys talked about it a little bit, but has that changed over the last couple days?
I kind of remembered a stat from an article that I put out a couple of weeks ago that for some reason just hasn't entered my mind whenever I've gotten to actually sit and talk with you guys. But I've looked at the numbers comparing João Klaus the past couple of years, not Marco Royce, Joseph Paintsel, Gabriel Pec, and Dejan Joveljic, and to kind of look at specifically what these Galaxy, I guess, adjacent DP players are producing, and they're all kind of around that 10, 15-ish goal contribution mark. It's consistent. Like, he's producing what a DP should produce, even at this rate. He's definitely getting a lot of help from these CONCACAF Champions Cup games, but he's still on pace to have like a 10 to 15-ish goal season. And if you think of, Joseph Paintsel having that, João Klaus having that, that's 3 DPs having a DP-ish season. In theory, that should get you to the playoffs. That should be a competitive team. But we're not putting it all together at the same time. Pec gets either red carded, or Paintsel gets a non-contact injury, or João Klaus can't get a shot off on a certain day. So in terms of all of that, adding to that Pec conversation, it's very difficult because the numbers are there, but his impact over the season isn't necessarily. Because, he's getting some goals, but he's not getting enough points, I think, is probably the biggest gripe with him right now. And again, he's a DP. He cost a massive investment, $10 million. Besides his salary, all of that, a couple million a year. So, again, we're talking, it's kind of sneaky numbers that maybe are inflating his value, again, on the table, on the points. So it's a difficult conversation, but it leans towards just a negative, not maybe DP quality conversation. So where you go from there, it's maybe Pec out, kind of. It's just where that train of thought naturally leads you.
Yeah, they talk about it a lot in basketball, but the idea of empty stats, empty calories.
Yeah.
That's what this feels like.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't even know. I'm so frustrated with Gabriel Pec. And I said it in my thing after the Mount Pleasant game, but I don't care what you do against Mount Pleasant. I really don't.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
What I care about is you performing in the league because you are a designated player in MLS. So prove to me that you're a designated player. And to Dari's point, like, since season 1, there's been nothing but regression. Yeah. Has any portion of his game gotten better since Ricky went down? No. And I think that also part of this, and I get that he's a confidence player, but for fuck's sake, try something. He's not trying anything. The only thing that he tries is the occasional shot from 40 fucking yards out that doesn't get anywhere close. Outside of that, I mean, he had a perfect passing percentage in this game. Why the fuck does our DP winger have a perfect passing percentage?
Yeah, I want to see that from Tommy. You know what I mean?
That should be a fucking stat for Julian Aude playing left center back in a game with 10 men. Not our DP right winger who needs to make something happen. And that's happening far too often. Yeah. And watching it live, I was telling Andrew this, the stark difference between watching it live and watching it on TV, the game is moving so slow when it comes to Gabriel Pec. The things that I was watching with him, and this is a different slow from Marco Royce, but watching him in comparison to on TV, he looks slow, like physically slow.
Yeah.
He got beat for pace multiple times. I thought that was his strength. Ball in over top, getting beat for pace, Gabriel Pec. I just don't know how he gets away with as much as he gets away with this fan base. I really don't. This is a guy that we talked about as being an MVP. I was like, oh, after that championship year, he's going to be an MVP.
Totally.
And every game he comes into MLS play, and either he's not scoring, he's had 23 shots this season with 0 goals. But if you want to talk about a broader picture of how these shots are really coming, his XG is only 1.34.
Wow.
So he's not creating for himself. He's not creating for others. So what is he doing? I genuinely think that his play is, and I've talked about this way too often, we play our entire football through him. And so if he's bad, like he's been, we're going to be bad. And I don't know if there's anything that Greg Vanney can do tactically to change that, other than put him in a different spot. Maybe.
Or play someone else. Something I've thought about.
Who do you play? How can you?
It's going to be nuts to say, but Harbor Miller, for me, there were moments in his recent performances where he just cuts inside and he releases a powerful shot, and it actually tests the keeper. And he does that over and over. It's just, those are things you want to see Gabriel Pec at least trying. He's not trying them as much as Harbor Miller is. Harbor Miller is trying them and pulling them off way more successfully, I think. So that's nuts to say. We're talking about an 18-year-old and your DP winger.
Yeah. Alex Ruiz had the post game with Vanney talking about breaking down low blocks. Mm-hmm. And maybe it's just me because I'm in this mode, but I thought everything that he was saying was about Gabriel Pec. The choosing me over us. That felt like it was aimed at Gabriel Pec. And to be honest with you, I'm shocked that he hasn't just flat out said it. Because everything that Gabriel Pec has done so far in the league this season has been selfish. The red card was selfish. Every game I see him take on and just not play well, and it's all because of selfish play. And when was the last time you saw him do a ghost run into the box like that? The ones that Greg Vanney was talking about, like the back post run to clear up some space for Klaus. I don't ever see him do it. Mm-hmm. The game actually, when we started to turn it up towards the end, Cuevas came in, and watching him on that sideline, Cuevas was the guy making that run constantly.
He's a busy.
And that might be some tactics, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I just don't see it right now with Pec, and he has become such a uncomfortable conversation and uncomfortable watch because, to your point, and I think that we've all kind of been saying it, like if we're looking at the summer and this doesn't turn around, you gotta change something. Like, I'm sorry, Ricky is not changing everything next year. So you have to change the team to fit Ricky Puig coming in next season.
Yeah.
You have to change the team regardless. Doesn't matter who's coming back. You have to improve the team.
Yeah. And these are the tough conversations that a guy like Will Kuntz is going to have to make. Yeah. Dari, is there anything from your perspective that you think Gabriel Pec could be doing differently to potentially get himself going?
I mean, I don't see a lot of effort. It's lazy. It's lazy, and it's safe. You know, I think he, like you said, why does he have 100% pass completion? That's actually like a ridiculous stat for a winger or any attacking player. If you're not taking risks, you're not doing anything to progress the team forward. You're not kind of trying to create anything. So, I mean, it needs a shift in mentality for sure from him. I mean, he has the talent. We've seen it. It's just he's been in this rut, it seems like, for 2 seasons now. So it's a bit worrying. He's younger still, so
he's 25.
It's getting to that point where if he doesn't get his mind right now, it could go south.
Yeah, I'm at that point where I'm tired of having that he's young conversation. Like I'm 26. This he's not that much younger. What was he gonna say? You know what's funny, when when I brought up the stat in my head, I kept thinking of, because the World Cup's around, but that commercial where it's the guy and he's like, "Well, I'm Neymar then," and then he passes the ball and the guy's like, "Neymar would never do that."
Yeah.
Why is Gabriel Pec, a Brazilian, having 100% passing completion as a right winger?
Yeah.
Neymar would never do that. Like Gabriel Pec would never do that. Why are we doing that?
Yeah, he's like a shell of that first season player we saw.
Pec, what the heck?
Yeah, man.
Pec, what the heck?
Yeah,
Andrew, do you have any closing remarks on Pec before we move on?
Just quickly repeat something I said on the 5 things. It feels to me like we've talked about it, and it's not an excuse, but he really just is a confidence player. You look at Gabriel Pec against these Caribbean and Central American teams. He has that confidence. He has that spark. He starts looking like he can do things again. And because he knows he can beat those players. But as soon as there's a little bit of a doubt of a question of whether or not he can beat an MLS defender, which is what we're seeing, his bravery falls off. And that's why players like Cuevas, like Carver Miller, are looking so fantastic in comparison. It's not because they're $10 million players, because they're not. They're really great players, but they're thinking the right way. They're doing the right things. They're having that bravery. They're having that effort that Dari was talking about. So again, we're talking about your DP player not having this. It's unacceptable. And we keep on talking about this uncomfortable conversation. Like Dylan says, it gets to a point.
Yeah. Look, I've said it in every video about Pec, and this is where I'll end it, is just the idea of if he's not our best player, we will not be good. We just won't. We won't. The ceiling goes away, and the floor right now, especially without Glesnes, isn't very high. So 1-1 draw FC. Here we go.